welcome to the second episode of making a game with Pygame from scratch. So let's see what we have from last time. We just have one sort of sprite, and let's see how we did it briefly. And we made this class here that is called player. This bunch of code here that is accessible through this class, and this class has inherited from this superclass here that is Sprite, and we have our image here attribute that is just a surface of 2020, that is our white rectangle here, and then we have the image.fill in white, okay, and then we have the self-rect that is useful to get our information about the rect, and so we have our self-rect top left that is given by px and py, that are the coordinates that we will give to our sprite when we are going to create it. So then we have the Pygame init here. Pygame is we call it PG to be more brief, and so we init it as we always have to do when we start something with Pygame. We define a clock here into this variable clock for the frame rate. Then we define the screen 400 for 400. In fact, you see this window is 400 for 400, and then we put sprite animate, let's call it game, and you see game here, okay, and it returns the screen. So when we call this one, we will have this screen variable and the caption with game. And then we also can, if we want to generalize this one, let's call it title, let's give the name here, that's the same. Then we have this, we use this group class here to put all our images for our sprite. At the moment it doesn't have any image, and so then we have player. We make an instance of this thing here, this surface image that will be created, and with this that is white and has some coordinates, and the coordinates are 100 100. So you see here that 100 100 is here, 100 is the width, and 100 is the height. So in this rectangle here we got 0 0 here, and we got 400 here, we got 0 0 for the height here, and 400 height. So when you increase the first number you go towards the right, when you increase the second number you go towards the bottom. So for example, if I want to put this one in the middle, I should go 200 and 200, and it should be in the middle. Let's try it. So 200, let's try first the first one. You see we are in the middle with this one. If you want to be exactly in the middle, to be precise, because this is 20, it's white 20, we should put it at 190, I think. So now it's really in the middle, and this should be also to 190. You see now this square is in the middle, and then we group add player. So we have the player sprite object here, that is this surface image, into this group object. So let's do, so this is, now we don't see nothing to see something on the screen, we just have to make a loop. And so for when we press quit, when we press quit, it means that when we press on this X here it will quit. And then we have screen fill, it means that the screen is the screen, and we fill it with black. You see, when I fill it with a sort of yellowish thing. Here it is. It's green, and go 64. It's dark green, so the smallest, the darkest it is. If you want to make some mixture here with a little of blue, you get a sort of bluish color. So then we have group.draw screen. So it has the group where we stored our surface image here, can be drawn on the screen, and when we have to then refresh the screen, and we have a clock of 60, the frame rate. Let's see if we don't flip it. You see, you don't see anything. Okay, and so let's go and let's move on. Now we probably want to use, instead of a simple rectangle, we want to use an image. Let's see what we can use for animation. I'm gonna paste it here, dog, but as this one is a cat, I'm gonna call it cat. Okay, now let's see how we can make it. And okay, we have our cat ear. You don't see it because it's too big, and so we better resize our image. Use Python, and then I'm gonna import from pil import image, and then for xn let's import OS. For let's use OS list there to have a list of all images. Now I'm gonna do em equal image.open .open e, and let's also resize it to 128, and using this filter anti-alias, yeah, and then let's save it again as F with this as E with the same name. Okay, see that they got, you see here, let's see it's smaller. See our file there it is in all its niceness. And so let's also put here in 100. Okay, there it is. Okay, so for the update, I've made some changes here, some strange numbers. I'll let you see. So you see that now it is moving, and I have here another counter called let me call it weight. So cell weight will be +1, will be increased, and when it's 2 we'll go to 0, and it will do the increase the number of the sprite. So let me show you. This will go, you see, at a certain, if I go and slow down this, if wait just 1 second, 1 frame, it will be very fast, and if I go to 10, it will go extremely slow, as you can see. And let's put it to 2 again. You see that now he is going to always the same pace. And but if I go and put 16 here, I don't know if you notice it, but it is, yeah, let me go a little faster here. And here let me print this clock get time. You see that is sometimes it's 16, sometimes it's 17. You see here, so if I put this one at 16, it should have some more random kind of movement. Don't know if it's very noticeable. Oh, because maybe here I gotta change this. Okay. Now you can see that sometimes it rests and sometimes it doesn't. Let me change this one to 2. If I put 2, it will have a more random kind of, because it's putting another frame. If I put equal to 0, it will have this strange behavior. If I put 1 equal plus equal 1, it will have always the same because nothing changes. Yeah. If I do pass here, you see that sometimes it slows down. And if we don't use this, it goes always to the same rhythm. Let's go to 3. Okay. As I get that one higher, this will go a little slower, even if the frame rate is always the same. And let's see now that we can use different images here. Here we get the run. Let's see the walk. Maybe we can go also a little slower. And there is some strange effect here because we have to fix one thing here. Yeah, and image load X for X in this. Okay, finally I find it. let me see. Okay, I must put now this sign here. Oh, now I think it's right, you see? Perfect. Okay, now we won't see any mistake in the animation. And as I said, um, mm, slow equal 2. Pose. Okay, let's use, if we go to pose 2, goes faster. Pose 1 will go really fast. So, okay, and we can update here and go and put the slow equal to override. Wow. Okay. It poses just for 2 frames, and so there it goes. Okay, now we're done with the action. Okay, action equal work. We want to use our action. Format action. Missing water position. Okay. Action equal work. Okay, so for this tutorial we are done. Thank you.